Floridians know the cost of hurricane destruction. Last season, we got lucky. But luck doesn't protect your home. Fortunately, Storm Smart has dependable custom hurricane protection products. Hurricane screens, accordion shutters, aluminum roll-down shutters, flood mitigation systems. Because protected beats lucky every time. Be safe, be smart, be Storm Smart.
Streaming from the Tampa Bay 28 Weather Center in Studio A, this is Dennis Phillips Live. Brought to you by Storm Smart. Protect every opening of your home.
How you doing, everybody? It is a Tuesday night edition of Dennis Phillips Live, and we, as always, have lots of stuff to talk about. So on the 6 o'clock news tonight, we were talking about all the different guests that we've had. We have a rodeo rider on Thursday. Today we have folks from the Tampa Zoo at Lowry Park. Now remember, it used to be called the Lowry Park Zoo, and then it became Zoo Tampa, the Tampa Zoo, Zoo Tampa at Lowry Park. So you kind of got the best of both worlds. And I'm just telling you right now, we have a debut tonight. Am I correct? It is, yes. We have a 3-year-old porcupine that is going to be making oh man, she is so pretty awesome. However, I have been informed, just, you know, you can put her on TV. This is her first time ever. Just don't touch her. Makes a lot of sense to me. That's coming up in our next segment. We're also going to have a 15-year-old armadillo. Now, I'm very interested in the whole armadillo thing because we had an infestation of armadillos in our backyard, like literally 10 of them. They took over. So I'm very intrigued, and maybe I can have a one-on-one conversation with the armadillo and say, like, what's up? Why are you destroying my front yard? But we're going to be talking all about what's going on at the zoo because it is a red, white, and zoo month at the zoo, and so we'll be talking about that. If you're watching on the spot, as always, love to have you here. Thank you so much. We've been doing this on the TV part of this for over a year now, but our bread and butter, our OG, was always the social folks because we are on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're pretty much everywhere. So if you just kind of want to hang out, which I know a lot of folks do, and maybe see what's going on in the weather, we eventually do get to the weather. You can do that on TV, but at the same time, we have all this interaction that's going on, and it's they call themselves DPLers, but it's just a lot of folks who love to check in, and there's always drama within the chat room, always. But there's a lot of conversation, and it's kind of a family feel. And I've said this a million times. One of our viewers said it's like 1,000 folks just hanging in all in the backyard on their lawn chairs, all talking over one another while I'm trying to keep it on the tracks, keep it on the rails. And we are going to be talking about weather because we have Saharan dust coming in tomorrow. It's going to make us hot. We have potentially much higher rain chances later this weekend and early next week. But before we get into that, Stephen in Clearwater, how you doing? Good to see you. Anna Maria, as always. Carol, good to see you. Felix. So Linda's asking if Stormy will be part of the Phillips residence. Certainly seems like I have no say in that matter. That will be going on shortly. I will let you know. Dorothy in Hardy County, how you doing? Bradenton's in the house with Jane. We've got Bartow with Polk Clinton here, Homosassa. Louisiana's in the house. So, yeah, we definitely, Stacy, nice to see you. We often have folks from all over the world check in our chat, which is kind of fun. West Chase with Dave. Dunedin's in the house with D.A. Frank. Nice to see you. So, yeah, we got lots of folks, but we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So I want to jump right into the weather and show you what's going on in radar. Not nearly as active today as it was yesterday when we had a severe thunderstorm warning. But yet again, go figure, all the heavy rain continues to pop across those inland and eastern counties. And I'll show you right there. There it is. We had a severe thunderstorm warning briefly for areas southeast of Kissimmee. And now that big old line is headed toward the eastern side of the state. And eventually there could even be another warning issued for them. But for us, now there is some rain offshore, and you can kind of see it right there. Let's see just how far it is offshore. The leading edge, about 60 miles offshore. My gut is most of that will fizzle before actually making it onshore, but we will keep an eye on it. There are 1 or 2 showers ready to move into Citrus and Hernando County. Very little lightning, like when I'm talking 4 strikes there. So not a lot going on with the lightning, but overall, the heaviest rain has been lingering from Polk County, just to the northwest of Lakeland. Now Lakeland getting a couple of showers. Back toward Winston, over toward Polk City, and back toward Plant City, then known as Zephyr Hills. But that's really about it. Overall rainfall totals in the last 24 hours. Yet again, feast or famine. If you live in areas where there's purple or blue, that's 3-4 inches of rain. The green is an inch or less. The blue is 1 to 3. So about 40% of us picked up some measurable rain. Most of this was yesterday. Pinellas County, how about it? There it is, something we have not seen much of. The Largo bubble burst yesterday with some really nice rainfall totals, close to 2 inches there. And yet you go down south, not a drop from south of St. Pete right on through the city. And there was a couple of areas. Oh, look at my house. Oh, look at that. Bupkis. So, yeah, we didn't get a lot of rain across downtown Palm Harbor either. But this was at least something. And yet, again, the East Coast just watching us and laughing at us because they're getting all the rain over on the east side of the state. Temperatures right now upper 80s to lower 90s. Remember, it isn't always the temperature, it's the humidity. And those feels like temperatures are up over 100 from Clearwater, St. Pete, Bradenton, Sarasota, all the way down to Venice. Tomorrow, as drier Saharan dust moves in, I think the dew points may drop a little bit, but the afternoon temperatures are going to be hotter. So today we hit low to mid 90s. Tomorrow we will hit mid to upper 90s. And think about that. The drier the air, the hotter the air, the lower the rain chances. So I think our rain chances do start to drop a little bit tomorrow. 89 right now with mostly cloudy skies at the airport. That feels like is 97 with that dew point of 73. There's a nice view there from the mainsail. Looking pretty good at the beach. Folks getting ready to see their sunset. A little bit of cloud cover along the horizon, though. No rain. That's a good thing. 93, the high today. The average is 91. The morning low exactly where it's supposed to be at 77. So there it is, a west to east flow. You do see that rain out in the Gulf. It's going to continue to kind of work its way east. That is going to be the theme of our forecast for the next 7 to 10 days. An onshore flow, a trophy eastern third of the U.S. like we had last summer, and that means morning showers are going to start to pop back up in our area starting the end of the week and into the weekend. Overnight, mostly dry. Tomorrow, you wake up in the day, you'll see partly cloudy skies. The morning low will be about 80 degrees, not a lot of rain. And that's the one thing about Saharan dust. Remember, the drier the air, the hotter it becomes, but obviously the drier the air, the less rain. So coverage tomorrow, pretty sparse, maybe 20%. Most of it will be east of I-75, and yet again, the rich get richer over on the East Coast. Thursday, that's when we start to see some subtle changes. Look at what's out there in the Gulf, all right? With a trophy pattern setting up in the eastern third of the U.S., that means a southwest wind, and that Gulf is now 90 degrees. So that means we start to see some morning coastal showers. See that on Thursday? And then it works its way inland later on in the afternoon. But if you look at this weekend's forecast into early next week, look at those temperatures. Now, no, Sean, this is not the 540 line. It's not cooler and drier. The reason it's cooler is because we'll have clouds earlier in the day with an onshore flow. So it's going to be super muggy by the weekend, clouds earlier, morning showers moving inland later on in the day, but it doesn't get quite as hot as it will tomorrow, like 95, 96, 97 tomorrow and Thursday, because We will have more sunshine tomorrow and Thursday, and there it is. Look at the rain coverage, not much, but look at Friday through the weekend, and look at Saturday and Sunday. Now that looks like washout. Y'all know better. It's Florida. We don't wash out more often than not. But with that onshore flow, I do think we'll see some clouds earlier in the morning. I think we'll see some morning coastal showers. I would not be shocked if we see a water spout or two Saturday and Sunday. Look at where the darkest green is, along the coast and in our northern counties. So that's something to keep in the back of your mind. No tropical development expected over the next 7 days. If you guys remember, about 4 weeks ago, I said we would not have a named storm the entire month of July. Well, if you look now at the new numbers that just came out, and this is the Climate Prediction Center's tropical outlook, this now takes us through August, and look at all the dry air. That brown is dry air. That is the entire Caribbean and the tropical Atlantic. Look at for the next 10 days, nothing, zero. The only thing that is not showing one way or the other is the northern Gulf. So if anything were to develop, and if you remember, the Euro AI was kind of showing that, maybe there could be some weak development in the northern Gulf. Well, that was an option, and the Euro AI is still showing it. Look at next week. Look at a few spaghetti models popping up right there. See that right there? Not many, but a few. But if you look at the overall possibility, this is now diminished significantly. I mean, it's not zero, but it's pretty close to it. This is into the early part of next week. So what does that mean? It means Wednesday and Thursday, super hot, all right? Very little rain. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and take the 7-day for you. Just make it easier to get a better idea. We'll go day by day for you. 96 tomorrow and Thursday, rain chances only 10 to 20%. Friday into the weekend, that onshore flow returns, the Saharan dust goes away, and our rain chances do start to bump up, back up to about 50 to 60% starting in the morning, and then working out of here in the afternoon over on the East Coast. I don't know about you, but I always wonder, how do the animals at the zoo handle the thunderstorm season? That's always something, I mean, right? Because there are outdoor animals, there are indoor animals. We're talking the zoo, and in just a couple of minutes, we are going to what are their names? Chad? Chai. That's the porcupine? We are going to introduce you a world premiere live introduction of Chai the porcupine on DPL, and we'll be back in 90 seconds with that. All right, in a break. All right, so Jonathan, I will now hook up IFB. Where is my IFB? All right, here, okay. So I don't need a countdown from you because I have my clock, but I will use my countdown. Now here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna take the video. So can they see the video, Jonathan? All right, so Sandra,
yes.
You'll be able to look in that monitor and see the video that I'm gonna take, and then
Monitor 4?
Any of those, yeah.
Okay.
Right, Jonathan? What camera? Any camera?
Any one of them? Okay.
All right, cool. All right. How you guys doing? You doing good? Yeah? All right, so Michael, nice to see you. Jolene, nice to see you. Red says it is tank top weather. I suppose it is. It is stinking hot out there. The drought's not looking good, Patricia, and the new numbers come out on Thursday. All right, back in 20 seconds. All right.
What does she do with heat? She comes from South America.
And
But she has a fan.
so we'll take the video, I'll take us, and then I'll walk back over. All right, back in 5, 4, 3, 2. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to DPL. If you're watching on the spot, you had your commercial break, which we love our commercial breaks, of course. But if you're watching on socials, no commercials, it's just the conversation, and it is running rampant, as it always does. Most of which people complaining about the heat. I get it. I totally get it. But as I mentioned, going into the break, we are now here with our friends from the Tampa Zoo. Is it Tampa Zoo or Zoo Tampa? It's Zoo Tampa. Zoo Tampa. So and I know it's Zoo Tampa at Lowry Park. Yes?
We have to hit the buzzer because you messed up.
All right, I just buzzed myself. All right, Sandra, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you, because you were saying earlier that there is the red, white, and zoo going on in July. And here, now, first of all, what are we looking at right there? That's a bear, right?
Yes, that's one of our black bears.
Okay, I got that one right.
Probably Newberry, and she's enjoying some enrichment.
Some enrichment, otherwise known as, now look, that's a big old tortoise with a watermelon,
With a watermelon.
Now, is that a tortoise or a turtle? Is there a difference?
Tortoise.
It's a tortoise? Okay, I got that one right. All right, and that is?
One of our orangutans.
One of our orangutan.
Enjoying also enrichment. So animal enrichment, so people don't know what animal enrichment is, it stimulates their well-being and mental well-being as well. It's activities that they would do in the wild.
Now, who is that?
That is not an animal. That is one of our nutrition team members making the enrichment for the animals.
So, do the tortoises like salt on their watermelon like I do, or no, they don't. No, they just like it plain. So that's what's going on at the zoo. I mean, we've had the folks from the zoo on several times. There's so many cool events, but I think this is the first time we've had an animal, a live animal. Is that right?
Yeah, we've not had any live animals here at DLP.
Well, let's check it out. DPL, let's check it out. All right. So here we go. So we're gonna walk on over, and I have been instructed not to touch, nor would I want to, with good reason. So first of all, who do we have?
This is Chai. She's our prehensile-tailed porcupine.
Chai, look, guys, look at this. So beautiful. And she's doing well. She doesn't look stressed.
Not at all.
She's doing okay. The coloring on the, so is this a full-grown porcupine? What?
She is. She's a South American species, but there's 29 different types of porcupine around the world, so they come in all different sizes and quill patterns and everything.
So how many what are they called? Are they
quills?
So how many quills are you talking about right there? I mean, does it vary as they get older, or do they pretty much have what they have?
Yeah, when they're born, they have like hair-like quills that harden as they get older, but then they have pretty much the same number. I don't know the exact number.
Are they always sharp?
Not when they're babies. When they're born, they're soft.
And so they're sharp now?
Yes.
When do they get sharp? At what age?
Within like the first week.
Okay. And obviously it's a defense mechanism, but so she seems to be doing okay. I mean, so is this part of, well, we also had an armadillo over there we were talking about too, but this is her first time on TV. So how long do porcupines usually live? First of all, is it, because I used when I was a kid, porcupine. That's not, it's a porcupine?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long do they live?
This species lives into their late teens, early 20s.
And at the zoo, so where are they, what kind of an area are they in? Are they out in the open? Are they enclosed? Are they both?
Yeah, she's in a habitat that has like an enclosed area. She's in our primate loop, funny enough, but she is a South American species.
So does she have any brothers and sisters or friends that she hangs with?
They're a solitary species, so they typically are by themselves.
Really? Okay, well, I guess it makes sense, because if there's a fight, that it's probably not gonna go really well. But she really is beautiful. And so is this a new addition to the zoo, or has she been there from the beginning?
She's been at the zoo since she was like 6 months old, so the past 2.5 years. She's part of our ambassador program, so she's one of the animals that comes out to meet people out throughout the park. So she has been in habitat for about a year. She moved out into a habitat.
So Sandra, tell me, you said it's part of the habitat program. So are there times where people can actually touch her? I mean, I would not think so.
We don't do, like, we as her trainers will touch her, but we don't have guests touch her. She can't really, she doesn't know them.
Yeah, I get it.
We build relationship with her, so that trust that we build allows us to be able to do those things, and she enjoys it, but a stranger coming up could be a little startling to her.
And how does the ambassador program work? What is that, and how do people get involved?
Yeah, our ambassador program is our group of animals that come out in the park for people to meet. So she comes out for Wildlife Connection. She goes off-site for community outreaches. We have a really wide variety of species in our ambassador program. So it's just a way to make these really meaningful connections with our animals to inspire people to want to help them.
What's she eating?
She gets all sorts of stuff, fruits and vegetables. Corn is her favorite, so I do have a little corn.
Nice. Sandra, so what else is going on at the zoo?
So with the Red, White, and Zoo celebration on Mondays and Fridays, America Mondays and Freedom Fridays, we have animal enrichment. So we have different animals that are going to be receiving patriotic-themed enrichment. And then also on America Mondays, the first 200 guests at the zoo will be able to get a complimentary commemorative bookmark.
Awesome. Now, I remember there are family passes that you can, and ways that families can, we're all trying to save a buck. So what would be, you need water? I got Dr. Pepper back there. What are some of the ways that folks can get the better deals for maybe an annual pass? I mean, that's something that you offer, yes?
We have the we have the membership.
You want to?
That's never happened before. So memberships, and there's 4 different types of memberships.
Okay. All right. Taylor, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to a break. I'm gonna get her some water, and then are we gonna meet the armadillo too?
We can, if Jalon is okay with it.
I mean, I hear there's scratching over there. Or do they not get together? Do they not like want to be close to each other?
Yeah, they wouldn't be out together.
No.
They're not.
Okay.
They don't know each other.
I got you. All right. I'm gonna get a drink. We're gonna get Sandra a drink. We'll be back in 90 seconds as DPL continues. Okay, we're gonna break.
Oh my God,
I
sorry.
could've answered that for
No,
you.
we're good.
That's never happened before. I think
I got
was
you
like,
water.
I don't know.
If we wanted to do ping, I would need to do the wagon.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Oh, yeah, we could.
Sandra, you
We'll let
tell
him know
me.
then.
You tell me what you'd like to focus on the next segment, because this will be our last segment.
Wow, that's never happened before.
If we were going to do the armadillo, we would have to do
We don't
him
have
in
to.
the wagon, so it just have to be a different
We don't
setup.
have to. Is there something else that we haven't talked about that you want to talk about? 1 minute. We probably have about
Well,
Probably
we're
like a
also,
4-minute
through September, we are offering tickets for active duty members.
Okay.
In celebration of the 250th year of America, we're offering complimentary admission to active duty members and 3 tickets for their family members.
Let's talk about schools too, because my daughter's school went to the zoo about 6 weeks ago, and it's kind of a cool thing. I mean, that's something that
We have a lot of like school trips you talk about.
Yeah, that could be good. She's so pretty.
And then also, beside the active duty, we're also giving tickets, complimentary tickets to Hillsborough County employees, Hillsborough County school teachers, and City of Tampa employees, just to recognize our local heroes. So.
All right, perfect. We'll talk about that too. All right, 10 seconds. Coming back to camera 1.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2. Welcome back to Dennis Phillips Live. We had water. Sandra's voice is back. That's a good thing. And we were just talking I mean, honestly, I've never been this close to a porcupine before, and she's just really chill. I mean, is that normal? Are they normally chill animals? Are they?
Yeah, I mean, her training goes into this. We take little steps to get to this point, so I wouldn't say every porcupine you're going to meet is going to act like Chai does, but she is trained just to do these types of events.
And she's just hanging. And apparently, the armadillo, we would, dare I say, it would be an event to try to get out of the wagon. Everything. We don't have enough time for the armadillo, but I think the porcupine's pretty cool. And let's be honest, in Florida, most everybody's seen armadillos. Yeah. I've got way too many in my yard, so I don't even know what to do with them. Sandra, so you were saying that there's some deals also going on for military folks and for other folks for some discounts to get into the zoo as well, yeah? In
celebration of the 250th birthday of America, we're also offering complimentary tickets for active duty members. So it's 1 ticket for the active duty member and 3 for dependents. They can come and enjoy the zoo. And then on top of that, to honor our local heroes, our City of Tampa employees, Hillsborough County employees, and Hillsborough County school teachers, we're also offering complimentary ticket, and then they get up to 4 tickets, 25% off for general admission to the zoo. So
Nice.
it's our way of giving back and recognizing our national heroes and local heroes.
Yeah, my daughter's school went to the zoo a couple of months ago, and I would think that's something that the zoo probably loves because it gives you an opportunity to embrace the youth and teach them about what's going on.
So we have a lot of field trips, during the school year, but then now too, we also have a lot of summer camps. So it's important for for kids to connect with wildlife and make that connection, because then they'll carry that as adults and then be, conservation advocates.
Sure. One more quick question. So you were here when I love the shindigs that they call it a shindig, but you guys got some great parties that y'all throw at the zoo as a fundraiser and also as a way to educate the people. What do you got coming up in the fall? Are there some more of those big ones coming up?
So the fall, the big thing is our Creatures of the Night event. So it kicks off September 25th and then runs all the way to actually this year till October 31st. So we will have a Creatures of the Night event on Halloween.
Nice.
So it's, it's everything. We've been doing that for a very long time, Creatures of the Night, and it's just a different way to see the zoo. A lot of the nocturnal animals will be out, to example, Chai and other of our nocturnal animals will be out, and it's just a way to see the zoo in a different light.
And people get tickets online with that as well?
Yes, they can buy tickets online, and they just want to come to the event. They can come after 4 p.m. If they want to come to the zoo and then stick around for Creatures of the Night, they're welcome to do that as well.
Is that on sale yet, or are they coming up a little bit later in the summer?
Not yet. It hasn't gone on our website yet for sale, but probably next month.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming out, guys. This is amazing. Appreciate it. And we'll be back. We got talk about tropics. We have about 4 minutes left in the show. We'll do that when we're back in 90 seconds on DPL. Perfect. We're in the break. Thank you, guys.
Sorry that I was
awesome.
choking.
No, please, it was perfect.
You were sleeping.
Thank you. That is so cool. She is so pretty.
Yeah, you can take a picture
But
of her.
I want to hold her. I do. I mean, right, guys? You want to? I mean, she's so pretty. I want a picture too. I want to post something on that. How much time we got? Okay. I just want to get a picture real quick. Can I get one too?
Oh, yeah, sure, of course.
Thanks.
I'll get a few different ones.
Okay. She's like, I don't know if I like that guy.
Yeah, on the background.
Perfect. Awesome. All right, I got you. Thank you. CHAI? Okay. Okay, guys, we are back. Hold on. In 17 seconds. Okay. Back in 5, 3. How you doing? Welcome back to Dennis Phillips Live. We're going to quickly talk about the tropics. Thanks again to Zoo Tampa at Lowry Park, right? Yeah, I got it right finally. It was so much fun. I'm telling you, the porcupine is so cute. You just want to snuggle. I mean, you can't, obviously, but, well, I guess they're trained. Do you snuggle? Do you snuggle with Chai, or does she let you snuggle with her?
I wouldn't say snuggle, but we can strategically scratch her.
No snuggling, but strategically scratching. That's pretty awesome. All right, so anyway, guys, let's quickly talk about the tropics and the forecast one last time if you're just tuning in on TV. Again, the models have backed off significantly on development, and if you've been watching us this week, we have said from the beginning, this thing ain't going to turn into anything. You know, maybe a little bit of a rainmaker as a weak low pressure, best case scenario for us. And even that's probably not going to happen. I mean, just look at here's the Euro here. And you can kind of see, look down where we are, down in Florida. And you look in the Gulf and you're like, all right, what's going to develop? You know, there's nothing really. You have a trough of low pressure in the eastern third of the U.S. So that's going to encourage more of an onshore flow, meaning some rain coming in off the Gulf, but nothing organized. By the way, the Pacific in an El Nino year typically is very active. So while we're getting a lot of nothing, the Pacific is getting a lot. And here's a look at the GFS. And even, look, when the GFS doesn't even, and y'all know we call it the GFS-a-cane, when the GFS doesn't spin up something, you know that it's a quiet year so far. It is bringing a front down. And I do think, I'll tell you, I do think what you're seeing right there, stalled out fronts, is something that is going to come to pass down the road. Because I showed you all that dry air in the Caribbean, all that dry air in the Atlantic. But in the Gulf, in the northern Gulf, when you get a front that stalls out, it is very common for weak low pressure to develop along it. And I would not be the least bit surprised if we start to see that happen later in August, September, and October, which could very well have a big impact on the Gulf Coast. But the odds of a big hurricane coming in from the MDR, the main development region out off of Africa, for the next month seems to be very, very low. It's not zero, but it's very, very low. One more quick look at the 7-day. Again, Saharan dust is the rule tomorrow and Thursday, highs mid to upper 90s. And then by the weekend, moisture begins to build coming in from the Gulf. And I think we're going to have a little bit better chance of some morning coastal showers moving inland later in the day as coverage goes to about 60%. That's about it, guys. We'll be back. We're going to continue a little bit on social. If you're watching on the spot, thanks for watching. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow on DPL. All right, we are off TV. I am going to go watch the All-Star game, guys. How about that home run contest last night? How about it? That was amazing. Now, How many of y'all knew who Jordan Walker was before last night? Probably not a lot, right? But man, that man is, guy's like 24 years old, 23, 24. He's a giant dude. I mean, and he was showing just how easy his swing was. I mean, you know, Schwarber was up there just giving everything he had, crushing the ball. Bryce Harper, same thing. You know, he looked like he was putting all into it. That guy Walker had such a fluid, easy stroke, and just boom, one after another after another. So I know a lot of folks were hoping for Schwarby or for Bryce Harper due to the fact that the game's in Philly, but yeah, you're right, Tara. What a crazy finish. I mean, that guy, I mean, he just stepped up big time. And his dad, you know, watching his dad was awesome. And I'm going to be honest, I thought it was awesome when he's like, because the announcer even said something to him like, hey, what'd you think about everybody booing you? And I'm paraphrasing, but he's like, yeah, I was kind of taught when I was younger, you're not supposed to boo people. So I thought that was pretty awesome, actually. That was kind of like that was a slam to Philly fan saying, you know, yeah, you got your guy, but look who won. I mean, he did it in a very subtle way. I thought it was pretty awesome. Anna Maria, he did not, but I did. So how about that? So yeah, Jordan Walker was a nice plus 450 underdog going into the final round. All right, guys. Well, anyway, so tomorrow night, we are going to run our video that I took from Higgins Crab House in Ocean City, Maryland, about the correct way to eat blue crabs. All right, and there is a skill to it. I mean, it isn't like a snow crab. You know, snow crab, you just have a cracker, you crack it, you pull it out, you got your meat. No, blue crabs, it is a skill. So we're going to be talking to the folks from Higgins tomorrow night, and they're going to show you how and because we have blue crabs. Look, and a lot of times people in the Bay Area don't serve them Maryland style, but it's real simple. You just throw in some beer, you throw in some vinegar, you throw in a ton of Old Bay, and you steam the heck out of those things for about 25 minutes, and they are so good. And then you have a little thing of melted butter and a little thing of Old Bay, and you dip in the melted butter and you dip in the Old Bay, and it is excellent. So tomorrow we're gonna show you how to pick blue crabs. Ryan's there learning the ropes as well. She's not a big blue crabs fan, but Ren's like, no thanks. I don't eat things that I have to dismember. That's a quote of the day right there. Anyway, I'm going to watch the All-Star game. You guys have a great night, and we will see you on tomorrow night's edition of Dennis Phillips Live. See you guys.